Hello, Krista Van Wagner from Krista's Caribbean Kitchen. Today I am here to bring you a recipe that is sure to bring your family together. This is one of my go-to meals for that Sunday dinner. It brings back memories to me. I was raised on this, guamki, or pigs in a blanket. The most important thing I would like to share with you when working with this is always add cold ingredients. I've sauteed my onions earlier. I've let those cool down. I don't want you to add anything warm to this. It'll change and start to melt that fat. So that's what makes it light and fluffy. Let's get going. Basically an egg, quite simple. And I'm just going to whisk that up. And this is a meal that you can have the kids jump in and do. You see around me, what I have is my mise en place. That's what makes it fun to cook. Have your mise en place. Have your mess in place. Oh my gosh, when this is in the oven, I just want to cry. I love the smell of it when it's cooking. So I've got my ground beef, pork, and veal. I've opted for the meatloaf mix, just like my mother did. I've got some rice. Like I said, it was left over from last night. Just promise me, always nice and cool. You don't want to use hot ingredients in this. A little bit of ketchup, just a little bit to sweeten her up a bit. And I use stewed tomatoes just to give it a little bite, something interesting, something a little bit different. I drained them, got rid of all that liquid because you don't want to add excess moisture here. And then I just crunched them up with my hands. So they're kind of just in the strainer. I just put my hands in them and felt that like that. Seasoning is very important. Salt, I use kosher salt. I also use fresh ground black pepper. It is just so much more aromatic. And it's leveling, it's layering with flavors. So this is my secret. There we go. And I can smell that pepper. This is going to be great. I also boiled off in a big, large pot of water. I boiled the cabbage. And you have to take that core out. And I just want to show you real quick. I just went around and around. And you just pop that core out. You can put this in boiling water and just keep pulling it out and just tearing those leaves away. And now we have all our mise en place all set. Do this ahead of time. Another way of doing this is just core it and put it in the freezer the night before, and then they'll just peel right off. A lot easier than getting that boiling water out. So let's get going. Let's get this together. Just get right in there. This is when you let the kids get in there and cook. And we're just going to stuff this in the cabbage. I have a really simple sauce, Campbell's soup. I use a tomato soup. They do sell gluten-free soup if you're looking to keep it a gluten-free item. And let's not forget those sauteed onions. They're nice and cool now. We'll get that in the dish. And when I sauteed those onions out, I sauteed them out till they were fragrant. And I finished them with some fresh ground black pepper. Anytime I can get flavor in there, and like I said, they're nice and cool now. Anytime you can get flavor in there, go for it. It's a layering of flavor. But my finale is fresh chopped parsley. So let's get that done. This is all ready. And there we go. And that's my little bit of love. We'll mix that up. The cabbage is beautiful. Here we go. I always start at the core. And let's just roll this up. And you want to seal it. So let's tuck those sides in, kind of like you're doing a wrap. And there we go. Our sauce, I'm going to add a little bit of tomato soup right here. I've got ketchup and just a little bit of that. Whisk that in. A little bit of water. And just a little bit of salt and some fresh ground black pepper. I like to zip mine up just a bit, so just a dash of my halicious. Get you right there. Also on parts, thyme. I love that fresh thyme that I use when I make my sauce. Okay, most importantly, this is it. Fresh, very aromatic, much better. Right out of the mill. And when you're using a pepper mill, only go one way. Don't go back and forth. You'll break your gears. So there is my super sauce. Seam side down. Beautiful. We'll just cover that with some foil. Bake that for 1 hour. And wait till you see how it turns out. Guamki, a good reason to get around the table. And please check out my website, jerksauce.com, for my numerous around-the-table experiences. And also, of course, my Halicious and my Jerkalicious. Come dine with me, Western New York. Get that family together.